Welcome back to the Weird Girl Findings. This is Naomi.
And Syria.
This is a safe space for weirdos where we go off on tangents and just be our weirdo selves. Come join along. Come join the weird fun. Not fetish fun, because some people have ass as a fetish because it says weird girls.
We're not
This is not
into
fetish.
that. You could go to the link in our bio and maybe we could do something over there. But now
What's up, my fellow weirdos? Welcome to the Weird Girl Findings. This is Naomi,
and Syria.
your neighborhood weirdos. No, we're not. Maybe her. But the weird thing is she's married.
Some people are into that.
I'm single and don't want it.
Some people are into that.
Not me.
Of course, you're not, but some people. If you want feet pics, those are...
Go to feetfinder.com.
Those are individually priced, so you have to just let us know. We also do elbow and knee pics too for some people who are into that.
She hates the elbow look.
Did you know you can't lick your own elbow?
I know. I tried before too. It's like I can't do it. You have to dislocate your arm. Your shoulder.
Those people that be like that Nicki Minaj video.
I just did that. That hurt my elbow. Did it already dislocate?
You shouldn't have did that. We're getting too old to start doing stuff.
I ain't claiming old. I ain't old.
Yeah, you probably could do that in your 20s and be fine.
I'm still in my 20s.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, your early 20s.
Yeah.
Like 21. But with you being 26, I don't think you can do that.
5 years makes a difference.
It's the 5-year difference. Like your brain is fully developed.
Yeah,
and then we realize pain exists.
Prefrontal cortex is like fully formed now versus 5 years ago,
Yeah.
No, I'm proud of my age.
Yeah, 42.
I'm 28. What were you doing?
42?
Isn't that you, ma'am?
I'm actually 46.
Oh my, you look good.
I know, thank you.
You look good for your age.
I know, people tell me that all the time. I'm actually 56.
They tell you that in stores, whenever you go out.
Yeah. When they be like, can I see your card? And I'm like, oh, yeah, here's my ID. And they're like, oh my God, 1978?
Oh. Is it?
I don't know. I don't know the math, but I'm probably close.
I think it is. 46.
I'm close. Yeah, 78.
1978.
Yeah. Duh.
You can't say duh. You don't even remember your mom's birthday.
I do-ish. My mom's birthday. I know my mom's birthday.
The year?
I know the approximate year. It's 1 or 2 days, and I can never guess. I can never remember which one it is. But
You ain't never asked her?
I wasn't there.
I know my mom when she was born.
You were there when your mom was
No,
born?
I wasn't.
Crazy.
But I know the year.
Mm-hmm.
1960.
Dang, she old. Dang.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Why are you talking about my mom? Like, she has nothing to do with this.
I'm just saying you don't remember your mom's birthday.
I do know my mom's birthday. Like, that's crazy.
Birth year.
I know the approximate birthday.
You don't know.
I don't get why you have to be. I know my dad's birth year. It's the easiest birth year to remember.
Why?
Because it's 1950.
Oh, that is easy.
That is pretty easy. I can never forget his age either because it's usually he turns the year. 24. He's 74. Pretty freaking easy to remember that.
I just remember everyone's birthdays that I know.
Yeah, it's because you're a creep. That's
Yep.
fine. Like natural. It's natural for you.
You're a weirdo.
What the
See?
heck are you doing?
What the hell am
here?
I doing here?
You don't belong
I don't
here.
belong here. I know your birthday and your government name and your social security. Just kidding. I don't want to know any. Honestly, I don't want to know
I know
anybody's
your
social
social security. 8492. That's the last of it.
I don't want to know anybody's social security because I don't want to lose mine. You know how you just you memorize your social and like somebody else said like, nope, I need to remember mine. It's important. Don't.
Wait, if you know someone else's, you think you're gonna forget yours?
Scared. I think one time I did that.
Is you remembering somebody else's?
I didn't remember, but I don't want to look at it. I don't know. I'm scared.
All right. I don't know what that means, but I guess.
I know I had it literally all my life, but still, I don't
Yeah.
want to know.
I didn't know mine until I was like a teenager, until I was like, I don't know, 18.
For some reason, my mom made me memorize it when I was like a child before I entered teenage years.
I don't think I memorized mine. I didn't even have my card. My mom had my card.
My mom had my card, but she told me like you need to memorize this just in case. And I didn't know what the just in case was because I'm 8. So like, okay, I guess like if I'm in a situation.
Yeah. And they'd be like, "What's your social?" And you'd be like, "Oh, it's this." Like I don't know what would an 8-year-old need it for.
My mom always wanted to be prepared.
I guess.
I mean, go off, I guess. Like
What if you
I
were
did
like, I don't know, you were abducted and then they found you and they were like, "What's your name?" And you were like, "Naomi." And then they were like, "Well, how do we know that you're the real Naomi? What's your social?" And then you'd be like, "It's
But
this."
at that time, I wouldn't have any like identification, like a picture ID.
Yeah, that's why they need you to have your social.
But how would they still know? Because they wouldn't, like, you're talking about like my thumbprint and everything?
Like if they needed to know who you were by looking you up in the system and you're like, "Oh, I'm Naomi, your last name," and then they're like,
Oh, I was lying.
and they're, because you just know the last. I don't know.
Like, you're 8 and you actually memorize your
That's
social?
actually more suspicious now. Like
Yes,
someone,
it's bibbidi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
like
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
Gotta stop. We gotta stop. We cannot do the whole thing.
See, this is a safe space for weirdos. Just go off, like, on tangents and, like, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
If you catch my drift.
It makes a lot of sense, actually, to the people who understand.
The weirdos out there.
Yeah. But let's get into our topic.
Anyways,
for real.
we're getting into some juicy topics of that hot hitman. Like,
Okay.
so, I hope you fled.
A man died.
So, people that are denied claims die because they are not having the treatment and the medical care that they need.
Mm-hmm.
And these billionaires just don't care.
And what is the guy's name? The CEO?
I don't care.
So the CEO of United Healthcare, one of the biggest insurance, companies out there, he was shot to death, gunned down in the street.
And on the bullets it said deny, depose, and defend, because that's related to health and
Yes.
and health. If I can talk, healthcare insurance, because United Healthcare is notorious for denying claims.
Yeah. And one of the things they started doing is that, like, if you get anesthesia after a certain amount of time,
That's Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, Blue Cross started doing that. And that's just showing you, like,
No.
all of these.
Did you hear the update?
What? They took it off.
Yeah, they reversed it after
because Okay, so a lot of the companies have been doing little things like that. So they've been doing things like, oh, after a certain amount of time, we're not gonna pay for it, which no one knows how long the surgery might end up taking. And then so now Blue Cross Blue Shield, they've gone back. They've said, okay, never mind. We
take as much time as you need. I mean,
do that.
So in my mid-surgery, it's taking longer than expected. You're just gonna cut the anesthesia off. That's it. You're gonna feel the pain. That's sick. People are paying for their insurance. If they didn't pay for their insurance, guess what? You wouldn't have a company. So give them the care that they need. That's why we're so desensitized by that CEO dying, because our loved ones have died because they're denied health care because of a denied claim. And this is all healthcare, health insurance is just to bring in money. They don't care about people.
It doesn't make sense. What is the purpose of health insurance? Because let's say, if you're paying for health insurance, and let's say they're taking $200 each paycheck, and that's bi-weekly or something like that, and then you go to file a claim for something and they deny it. Now, why was I paying those $200 on the event that I might get sick, but then when I'm actually sick, you don't cover it? Then I could have just taken that $200, put it in a savings account, and then pay for it. If I work for a company for 5 years and I just go in for a check-in once or twice a year, get the flu shot, once a year, then all of that money that was coming out of my paycheck, it's just, where is it? I could have just saved that money up and then pay for this life,
in that event, I want my money back.
Yeah.
Because why am I paying you every paycheck twice a month and you're not going to do anything about it but deny my claim when I really need the health care, the assistance? Why am I paying you like that? I got frustrated, honestly, with United Healthcare, because I know when I was dealing with that realm with healthcare case management, that they would always, United Healthcare, UHC, would always deny claims. And I'm these people actually need their medication, but you're going to deny claims, and they have to go through this process of pre-authorization, and we'll get back with you. We have to review, and it's under appeal. For what? Give people the care that they need. And maybe we won't be so desensitized by a CEO getting because he's not caring about the people that put money in his pocket.
And are we supposed to cry over a billionaire? I'm not saying it's okay that people are murdered. That's not good. But are we supposed to cry and shed tears? Because did he cry and shed a tear every time someone died because they weren't able to afford these cures?
This is basically his karma. Anything. This is his karma.
Because why is your salary so high? Why are you making over $10,000, $10 million last year alone? Why are you making so much money, but you're denying people claims that they actually need? And you think that people aren't getting, we're over, we've gone over the celebrities. We're over this. We're over the millionaires. We're not idolizing you guys, and we're not feeling sad for you guys. At all. There is a change coming. This year has proved that there is a change coming.
We just entered Pluto in Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius. That means revolution. That means humanitarianism. Mm-hmm. Things have to change for it to be balanced. The scales to be balanced. Okay? And it's also the rise of the divine feminine. And speaking of that, with Nick Fuentes, when he said, "Your body, my choice," he effed around and found out. Mm-hmm. Because as soon as he said that, you really think that women are going to be taking it back to you know what? It is their choice in my body. Yeah, right. There's a bunch of feminists, more feminists, I believe. And his address got doxxed. And there's a sex tape that was leaked with him receiving fellatio from Destiny. I think he's a streamer. He's a live streamer, something like that. And when someone rang his doorbell, he pepper sprayed them, and then I think he went to jail. I don't know if it was like assault. He got a misdemeanor, but he's in jail. So karma is happening quick at a higher rate than it normally is, and that's good. All because of Pluto and Aquarius. So if you wanna F around, you're gonna find out quicker than expected.
Yep.
I digress.
No, I mean, it's true. And like, we see a change between like the way the government is feeling, especially with certain results that we've recently got. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be, not taking anything anymore.
We're also hearing that Syria has fallen, or Lebanon. Yeah.
I was like, me? What did I do?
Go.
I mean, I am from the fall, but
I think South Korea is under martial law. France government is falling. It's like,
yes.
And then this orange Trump dump wants to basically put tariffs on things, and jokingly says to the Prime Minister of Canada, well, if you don't like our tariffs policy, maybe you can be annexed and you can be the governor of Canada. Who has the piggly wiggly balls to even say that to someone? A different country that they're like, you're not united. This is supposed to be an ally. You're destroying relationships because you want to be top man. Like, sit down, sir. You're almost 80. Like, you're probably not going to live very long.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also very interesting that you can pay over, like, millions of dollars into a campaign and then somehow get a new cabinet member position made for you. And then you can be in the government. It's just, isn't that scary how a billionaire can literally just buy himself into the American government?
And they're not even a U.S. citizen.
I think he's a citizen now.
But I don't know. But it's funny because they're having so many problems with Barack Obama. Like, oh, is he actually from here? Because what was his dad?
He's supposed to be born in Kenya or something stupid like that.
He was literally from here, but y'all had so many problems. But if Trump brings in
everything, like, come on, he was raised in Illinois. But then you got this guy who's born and raised in South Africa, who has come from a rich family.
Colonization.
He tried to lie and say that, oh, my family didn't own emerald. He said, oh, did you know when so his family owned emerald mines. And he tried to say, like, oh, that never happened. But then there's videos of him saying it back in the day, saying, like, yeah, I come from a line of my dad, he owned an emerald mine. And then he tried to say, oh, that was a lie, and if anybody can find any proof that happened, then I will pay y'all. So why did his dad and his brother both post proof that his dad actually did have an emerald mine?
And Dogecoin, whatever the fuck that stupid bullshit is called, to anyone who could prove that his dad owned an emerald mine. He's been saying this for years. The people have been lying about him owning an emerald mine, about his dad owning an emerald mine, and the fact that he had emerald money that helped him. No, his dad never owned an emerald mine. He was poor as fuck when he came into America. He pulled himself up by his own bootstraps, and he didn't have no help from nobody. And who has been making this claim that his dad had an emerald mine? Well, he did in earlier interviews. He specifically said he did. But now this week, his own dad has come out and said, yeah, I own emerald mines. He's lying about it. Questions were raised about the emerald mine that Errol, 77, supposedly stumbled upon in Zambia many years ago when Elon took to social media to claim it was all a facade. The fake emerald mine thing is so annoying, the Tesla CEO wrote in January. Like, where exactly is this thing anyway? Last week, Elon offered anyone who could prove the emerald mine's existence 1 million Dogecoin, roughly $93,000. However, Elon's claim appeared contradictory to what he said in a since-deleted interview with Forbes magazine in 2014. This is going to sound slightly crazy, but my father also had a share in an emerald mine in Zambia. He told the publication at the time, according to Snopes, I was 15 and really wanted to go with him, but didn't realize how dangerous it was. Elon added, I couldn't find my passport, so I ended up grabbing my brother's, which turned out to be 6 months overdue. So we had this plane load of contraband and an overdue passport from another person. There were AK-47s all over the place, and I'm thinking, man, this could really go bad, he continued. Arrow has since come forward to clear the air and offered a look inside the alleged Emerald Mine operation in an exclusive conversation with the U.S. Sun. According to the 77-year-old businessman, not only is the Emerald Mine operation true, but it was what assisted Elon's journey to success in the United States. Arrow said that the mine was located in the Lake Tanganyika region of Zambia, the second biggest emerald production country in the world behind Colombia. Although he explained that it wasn't a typical mining setup that one might think of, but rather a rock formation protruding from the ground in the middle of nowhere. Elon's father claimed that he stumbled upon the formation by chance through the Italian owner of the airstrip that he landed on in the country while traveling from South Africa to the UK for the sale of a Cessna Golden Eagle plane. The airstrip owner informed him of the emerald business opportunity and that the exact location of the mine was about 40 miles from Kasaba Bay, now a tourist hub. Arrow said he and the unnamed Italian airstrip owner employed locals to dig out the emeralds and paid them around $2 per load, enough to feed an entire family for a month in Zambia. There was no mining company. There are no signed agreements or financial statements, Earl told the U.S. Sun. No one owned anything. The deal was done on a handshake with the Italian man at the time when Zambia was a free-for-all. He added not even Elon knew exactly where the border was. At that time, it was like the Wild West. However, the alleged mine operation didn't last long. Arrow noted in a Facebook post that the venture collapsed in 1989, but claimed it still managed to help Elon through college. Elon's father claimed that he ultimately used the proceeds from the emeralds to support Elon and his brother Kimball on a path to the United States. Eero said in the late 1980s, Elon was doing a business degree at the University of Pretoria. He continued that after someone stole an expensive bike that he had bought for Elon, his son appeared to be consistently upset. After finding him lying somberly in bed one day, Earl hatched an idea of how to use the emeralds to improve Elon's mood and career trajectory. And suddenly it came to me, out of the blue, to ask him, would you like to go study in the United States? Earl told the U.S. Sun. He looked up at me. His face beamed and exclaimed, yes! 10 days later, Elon left South Africa with a return ticket for a year for America with emerald money in his pocket, he continued. So, oops! That's pretty definitive. Your own dad selling you out, Elon. But it doesn't matter, folks. He's going to continue to claim it's not true, and the people that support and follow Elon Musk don't care about the truth. They just want something to say when people bring up the emerald mine. They just want to be able to say, hey, Elon says it's not true. He says it's not true, so we don't care either way. Our daddy told us it's not true, and we're going to repeat it so we can continue to defend him and worship him. So just sad, just a shameless fuck.
So it's like, so then they collected the money. That sounds like some type of scam. Because, like, how are you going to say, like, oh, post proof, and then they post the proof? Like, so that makes no sense, sir. Sit down. So you are a trust fund baby. And it's like, oh, he's a self-made billionaire. But no, not when your family is already worth millions. You had the money to pay into things like Napster or whatever and Facebook and all this stuff that you put your money into, you bought into stocks. You didn't create the code to do it. You said, okay, I'm going to fund you. And then because you paid into those and they became big things, you got money from it. You know? So it's not like, oh, he created this. No, just like he literally did. Just like with X. He didn't create X. He bought X. And now he runs it, and it's crazy over there now.
Yeah, because a lot of people are leaving to go to Blue Sky, the original Twitter creators. It's like, it was so bad. I think they were getting $1 million, new users a day. And everybody was just getting off of X because it's promoting propaganda, it's promoting false news, and it's just like a shit show.
And it's so weird because, like, you can be scrolling through the comments and then randomly a video of like some weird fight or something, and it's like, what does this have to do about this comment that I'm reading or this post that I'm looking at? It has nothing to do with it. And then you realize it's like a sponsored post, and it's like, why is that in the middle of that? Like, other places they might have sponsored posts, and at least it's something that I might care, might use, but it's like, why did I need to see someone get beat up Like, that was weird. Why is that sponsored? And then when I first got back on, I first downloaded it, I kept seeing all these, like, what's the guy? Andrew Tate. I kept seeing his videos pop up. And I was like, why am I seeing his videos? I'm not following him, but it kept sending me like, ding, he posted again. And I was like, why are you showing me this? And I looked and I found, I just went and I went to his page and I put like, don't recommend this page. And then I just had to block him so I wouldn't see it. It's like, so then I went to my settings and I turned off suggestions and then I stopped seeing it. And it's like, why are you suggesting me Andrew Tate? That is really weird. I don't follow people, and the thing is, the people I follow has nothing. It'd be different if I followed a lot of Red Pill, a lot of that type of Andrew Tate stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, you might like Andrew Tate." I don't follow anything that has anything to do with him, so why would you think that I would like that?
Like, I have no idea. That's kind of weird.
It's really weird. So yeah, I try my best to stay off of it because I really don't have any.
I deleted it already.
It was
went to
that,
Blue Sky.
Some like somebody I know, like they do these spaces to talk about a show that I was watching. So I would go on there and do the spaces because sometimes it's like fun to like listen to people's opinions and things like that. It's like a call-in show, so it's kind of cool. But other than that, like I do not.
I deleted my account. Went to Blue Sky.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to check out Blue Sky. I haven't checked out Blue Sky.
I'm gonna look at mine. I haven't posted anything. I just made a profile just out of spite.
I'm on Threads
because I'm a rebel with a cause.
Do you have a profile on Blue Sky?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I'm gonna show you. Oh no, I really need to add people.
It looks like the old Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know who followed me.
All right. Well, if you want to follow me on Blue Sky, once I create my account,
I will.
It'll be From Cereal with Love.
Of course, it always is. Like, that's always your username.
Yeah, I just created.
And your password is.
No, I just created a Marvel Rivals account, and it's From Cereal with Love as well.
Oh,
you need
interesting.
You need to get a PlayStation so you can play this game. It's pretty cool.
I guess.
It just came out a few days ago. So, I like it. It's cute. It's like Overwatch, but Marvel. And I was playing the Scarlet Witch on there. Like, it's pretty cool.
Get it.
Mantis. Okay. But, back to what we're talking about.
I know, we go.
I think,
so many tangents.
I just think that this could be very scary if we allow Elon to get into the government because okay, so what is it? The Department of Government Efficiency, which is Doge. And he has claiming Dogecoin. Like, y'all, like I
think they thought of that before this was even a thing. Like, you know what? If you're elected, we're going to do something to promote my crypto. Is it crypto?
Yeah, crypto.
Cryptocurrency. And he wants to rule. He wants to be the president of the world.
He does. And so this is just one step. He's going to get in the government. He's going to do things to make the government work efficiently for him. So it's going to be running efficiently so that he can also go and rule other countries.
Because he's trying to do that with UK.
Like, it's really weird that people are letting this billionaire do this. We should not have billionaires. We should eat the rich. I really think so.
Why was I thinking about that earlier? We just vibe.
Why do we have
We should literally eat the rich because everybody else is struggling in this economy, this recession. And they're just like, oh, why'd you kill another billionaire? But why did my dad die? Because he was denied claims.
Yeah.
Huh?
So we're not.
Okay, you don't care. Well, we don't care about you all.
Yeah. Why do we have to care about an old billionaire? You've lived a good life. I'm sure you and your yachts. You had fun on your yachts. I'm sure you left your children great trust funds. I'm sure your wife is out.
With the Cabana boy.
I was gonna say that. Out with Ricardo.
You know, girl.
She's out with a glass of wine, like, ooh, thank the Lord they finally got rid of this guy. Like,
she was probably miserable because he wasn't pleasing her.
Well,
like, he's like, well,
maybe his
that's
mistress is
that.
sad. I don't know. But
Yeah, because her funding stopped because he was the link to the bank account.
well, that's sad. Did you hear about them other them other CEOs? They have upped their security.
Yeah, they upped their security. A lot of them are going to like, or going off of LinkedIn's, but
Yeah, they changed the name on the websites.
But the thing is that I think on certain websites that like shareholders or something like that, they have to. It's a legal requirement for them to list like who's the chain in command and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we could still have access to that.
Yeah, and not to mention
You are a person, you're not immortal.
And it seems a little dumb because, like, okay, we're going to change up the names on the websites and we're going to, okay, but let's say if people have already planned this, they already know who it is. Like, they're not going to just be like, oh, wow, you changed the name, now we don't know. No, they still know. They probably already had the names written down. Like, this wasn't something he just went and did. He had to have known who this person was, known their schedule, when they're going to be outside to be able to do this. He didn't just walk in there one day and just shoot a man and was like, hopefully it's the CEO. He obviously did his research. And you don't think that if he was going to do this again, he may already have names written down. He may already cased out the place, has their schedules. And yeah, I mean, you can up security, but he probably would have known that maybe they're going to up security, or whoever, if he was working with someone, he couldn't have probably done this alone. But if he did, if let's say he didn't do this alone and there were more people willing to go out and do the same thing, you're going to up your security. You don't think they would have wrote that like, oh, they may up their security, so what are we going to do at that point? You know? Like, they knew that they were going to get some pushback. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh, guy died. Yeah, they're probably prepared for that. I don't know.
They did.
I mean, I don't want to see more people die, but I want to see more people taking it seriously. And I'm glad that this is kind of the first, like, pebble that we're throwing at Big Farm. Now let's go take out one of these companies that do the medicine.
Let's go get a boulder.
Like, I'm just saying, like, the medicine. I'm not saying we should kill any more people. I'm just saying
I'm not saying that, but we should give a message.
If we were going to give another message, it should be towards the people that make the prices of like insulin or like these drugs, like these drugs that cost like $600. Like, let's maybe do something there. Mm-hmm. Or even the companies that push drugs that are addictive, that are destructive, and they're lying about it. The people that push those drugs, instead of being like, hey, we know you have a bad leg and we can do some physical therapy and maybe look at some natural remedies.
But they push medication.
No, let's put you on this hydrocodone and hope you don't be a heroin addict. Like, maybe we should do a message there too.
The more medication that someone takes, it causes different problems. So you're just taking 10, 15
you have to take a medicine
types of medication
to fix this medicine, to counteract this medicine. So no, that stuff is not healthy. And why is it the first thought you're like, okay, let's put you on this medicine?
I don't want medicine. I want the holistic way.
I was talking to a girl and she was talking about how she didn't want to take pills because when she was on pills, like for her mental health, it made her feel not good. So she started taking vitamin B and whatever, and that actually got her up. She had more energy, and it's like, so why did they jump towards just throwing her on medication when they could have said, well, maybe you need to get your vitals up, your vitamins up, because your blood work shows that this is low. Instead, they're like, take this pill and maybe we can see how that goes. No. Just get your vitamins up, get some exercise. And she actually started working out again, and that made her just not feel like she needed anything. So imagine if she was just taking that medicine, and she probably would have either still been feeling bad, maybe not working out. She just would have been on the medicine just feeling like a zombie. But something told her to stop taking it. But they don't care
though. Like once they sold you that medication and insurance pays for it, then you pay the majority of it because insurance, they're not going to pay that much.
Yeah. In the hospital, and what's crazy is the hospital, they get cut. Sometimes they'll get free samples sent to them and possibly paid to push this medication, and then they'll say something like, oh, you don't need the generic, you need this kind, when the generic is like usually the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's
but
generic.
For some reason they're like,
the
oh,
name
we
brand.
need to write you down as having this one so they can get paid more for prescribing you the higher medicine. Instead of just giving you the generic because it's easier for you to pay, they put down no, she has to have this one. So that way, when, they get a cut too. And I'm like, it's really just a money game. Everything is just like I've been looking at so much stuff as not just like face value, but as money. And when you look into it, it's like they're not doing this because they want to help people. They're doing this because they want the money.
They want the money.
Like, I don't know. It's really weird.
It's crazy. It's kind of like inhumane. They only care about money, but like money, I feel like destroys people. And then it can make them out of touch. It's like, oh, they're desensitized to people that are beneath them's pain and suffering. They're like, oh, okay, whatever. But as long as I'm making money off of them, but we're supposed to care as people that are not as wealthy as them. We're supposed to care if a billionaire dies. Who cares?
Yeah.
When people are literally struggling, who cares about y'all? No one. No one in their right mind. And I really feel like it's no one that makes less than you. It's no one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not true. That's not true. I don't think that's true. Because look at all the MAGA fans.
The maggots.
A lot of them, I know a lot of them, they make minimum wage. They make like lower wage than the person they look up for. Yet they cape for this person so much. They send money to their donations. Y'all can't even afford rent. And y'all complaining about, y'all have a post complaining about grocery prices, but then you're sending in money to a millionaire's campaign. He already is a millionaire. What do you need to donate money to? If Elon Musk is giving $100,000 to his campaign, what is your little $5 going to do?
Nothing. Well, I mean, it adds, but not
adds
that much.
To what? More posters? Y'all driving around with stickers on your truck. Don't he get enough marketing right there?
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, what are you guys paying for?
I don't know. But they're the same people that had a Google search of how can I change my vote because they thought that Obamacare wasn't the same as the Affordable Care Act. When the Republicans coined it, Obamacare,
it's never
just
been Obamacare. It's always been the Affordable Care Act.
Yourself, like, read.
It's really weird because I remember when that came out. I was working in insurance in the call center, and they were like, you only call it Affordable Care Act. If people ask about Obamacare, you redirect it and say Affordable Care Act. Because I worked for a thing where it's like if you had the Affordable Care Plan, Medicaid basically. If you had that, you get like free transportation to medical appointments. And they might say, you ask them if you have benefits, they might say, I have Obamacare. Well, you wouldn't say, oh, Obamacare. You would say, yes, the Affordable Care Act. And that was years ago. I don't get why people are just realizing that.
Because they're ill-informed, and that's why.
All right.
Anyways,
but I think a change and a revolution is happening with my fist up.
like her.
I don't know, but now we talked about it all, right?
Yeah. So we should just wrap it up.
Yes.
Well, that's our little rant on the current events of what really should start a revolution for change. If you like our content, subscribe, comment, like, do what you gotta do. If not, that's cool. We don't get offended very easily.
Yeah. You can also comment and tell us that you don't agree. If you see something that we missed, put it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
But until then, stay weird, y'all.